So today the market is down by 1%. Why is the market down 1%? Let's talk about that in this video. So before we talk about what happened today, let's rewind a little bit and look at what happened yesterday, because it has a huge bearing on what happened today. Yesterday, there was news headlines splashed all around the world about Moderna and their COVID-19 candidate for a vaccine. One of them said, Moderna is one big step closer to a COVID-19 vaccine. Another one said, Moderna COVID-19 vaccine candidate shows positive action in early stage study. And another headline says, Moderna announces positive interim phase 1 data for its mRNA vaccine against novel coronavirus. A lot of the times, investors like to act on the headlines without actually looking at the body of the news. Anyway, on the back of this news, the S&P 500 jumped by 3% in one day. The S&P 500 represents an index of the overall stock market. Also, on the back of that news, Moderna itself jumped from $68 to $94. Yes, $68 to $94 in 1 hour. Yes, 1 hour. The next day, Moderna decides to raise $1.3 billion by doing a secondary offering at $76 a share. Now, this has the effect of reducing or diluting the existing shareholders' value. At this point, the investors were like, you know what, we've acted on the headlines. We haven't actually looked at the body of the news. Let's go back and look at the body of the news. So for this entire study, 45 people were enrolled. So the result that was published yesterday was only for 8 people out of the 45. So even though the result was positive for those 8, what about the remaining 37? So I have a bachelor's degree in pharmacology. Pharmacology is the study of drugs. There are 3 phases of clinical research: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. The result that Moderna published is interim phase 1, which is like the beginning of the beginning. So by the time the market took in all this information, they realized that maybe we're being a bit too optimistic, and that's why we saw a bit of a pullback today. So that's my 2 cents on why the market pulled back today. So before I go, let me tell you, I am a day trader, and what I do is I scan for stocks that are likely to make a big move, and I get into the stock and get out of the stock on the same day for profit. Some of these stocks make 10% moves, 15% moves, even more in the space of just one trading session. What I do is I record my screen throughout the day, and after that I post a daily recap of my trades, explaining how I found the stock, explaining my entries and why I picked the entry, my exits and why I picked the exit, basically explaining everything you need to become a better trader. So if this is the type of content that you want to see, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on that notification button. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you at the next video.